Hi ladies, welcome back for another Amazon live. I told myself in my last live that I would not continue to use that as my opening, but clearly it's just, I'm a creature of habit at this point. Anyways, ladies, I think that you are really going to love this live. I want to bring you all the value. I have so many good things that I'm going to be sharing with you, and we are going to be talking all about the things that make your clothes look cheap and what to do instead. So basically, ever since I learned what enclothed cognition is, which is based on a study that basically says that the clothes that you wear actually have a huge impact on your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, I have really just made it my mission and my vision to help women elevate their style and start dressing for the life that they want rather than the life that they currently have or the life that they used to have. So that is really where this stemmed from. I really just want to help you ladies who are tuning in, just elevate your life, elevate your style, and really just show up as the best version of yourself. And I don't know one single lady out there who wants to feel cheap. We never ever want that. But there is something that I really want to make clear, and that is that high quality clothes and high class clothes and style does not mean high price tag. I have found so many amazing Amazon fashion finds, high quality. You would think that it was straight from a luxury store, I promise you. And actually, with that said, I'll be sharing all of those. I've literally rounded all of them up and compiled a list that I put together of Amazon fashion finds that look expensive. And that will be kind of like a follow-up to this Amazon live. So you ladies who are not already following me on Amazon, you will definitely want to hit that follow button now, so that you can see the part 2 where I actually share some really incredible high quality Amazon fashion finds that look expensive. Okay, so this is a little tricky. It was really hard for me to kind of provide like products in the carousel because I'm kind of showing you like what not to do, but there are a few things that I have that I'm showing you what to do instead. So hopefully that helps you ladies. And if you don't already own these pieces, or if you don't own an elevated version, then you can always snag, you know, one of the items for yourself and incorporate them into your new elevated wardrobe. Okay, so first up, okay, well hold on. Let's go back. In addition to letting you know that high quality does not equal high price tag, I also want you to know that just because these things can make your clothes look cheap does not mean that they always do. So everything that I am sharing with you, this is just a directional guide. There are plenty of pieces out there that people can wear and they look so chic, so sophisticated, so expensive, and they have one, if not all, of these things that I'm about to share with you incorporated in their outfit. So these are just basic guidelines to follow when it comes to buying clothes or piecing your outfits together, and really just to give you some good solid principles to build off of when you are starting to bring that awareness to when you're getting ready, when you're putting together your outfits, when you are buying new things. So just be aware of that. Don't come after me with the pitchforks if I say something that you ladies feel like is not cheap looking. It's just, that's my little warning, my little disclaimer right there. Okay, so the very first thing that I want to address that can make your clothes look cheap is embellishments. If you have any sort of like loose buttons, sequins, studs, things like that, not only can these embellishments actually make your clothes look cheap, but if they get worn or tarnished or start to fall off. That in addition to the embellishments themselves can also really lower the quality of the appearance of your clothes. So I'm going to give you an example of what to do instead. Now, these are both Amazon blazers, and I will say that this blazer actually has fairly high quality embellishments. You see the buttons along the side. Sometimes the gold on things like this can be the coloration can be off, and these are actually really good quality buttons, but they are kind of loose, and so I would definitely say that that can contribute to making this piece look a little bit more on the inexpensive side, and you would want those flush up against the actual blazer since you're not actually using them to button your blazer. They serve no purpose other than aesthetics. So what you can do instead is opt for something that is a little bit more basic and a little bit more simple. And rather than having those embellishments, those, you know, crazy over the top studs or whatever it may be, sequins on your clothes, you can actually accessorize and really jazz up the outfit with jewelry, maybe shoes, or something else that has, you know, that attention grabbing, or that eye grabbing element to it, rather than actually having it on your piece of clothing. So if you want to, let's say you have a super edgy style and you want to piece together an outfit with a faux leather jacket that has studs all over it. Rather than going for that faux leather jacket with studs all over it, maybe you would grab a basic faux leather jacket and accessorize with maybe like a studded necklace, or, you know, something with little chic spikes on it, or something along those lines. That's just one example of many that I could give on how to avoid looking cheap, or have your outfit avoid looking cheap. I feel like I'm starting to get a little congested. This is not good. I have so much to do, so much planned. Okay, so then, oh, I just grabbed the same two pieces. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the second aspect of what can make your clothes look cheap. And ladies, I know that a lot of you love your patterns. And I hear you. I try to understand, because I really cannot, like, me and patterns, we are just not friends. We are not compatible. So I really try to understand, but you have to, you have to acknowledge that any patterns, especially small patterns that really, you know, make your eyes have to focus to figure out what it is, like those small paisley patterns or small floral print patterns, that can really devalue the appearance and the aesthetic of your piece, or of the piece of clothing or your outfits altogether. So rather than go for some of those low tier patterns, I'm like tiptoeing here, trying to be sensitive, because I know a lot of people wear patterns, but rather than doing that, you can opt for some more timeless and some more classic and some more elevated patterns and incorporate those into your wardrobe instead of those cheaper looking patterns. So some examples of some timeless and classic, sophisticated patterns, the ones that you have seen notoriously throughout time, do not go out of style, are plaid. I just have some examples here. Plaid, or houndstooth, or vertical stripes. Vertical stripes are something that we've seen all throughout the history of style. They're not going anywhere. And those are three really good examples of timeless and classic patterns that you can wear. They definitely elevate your overall look when you wear them as well. And it's just, they're a really good redirect as opposed to doing the more cheap or inexpensive looking patterns. So that is the second piece of advice that I want to give you on things that make your clothes look cheap and what to do instead. Now, most everything else that we are going to be talking about is relating to the material of the clothing, except for my last one. And my last one is good. So ladies, I really hope that you stay around and wait for that tip, because honestly, I've learned all of this through my own experience. I have done all of these things that I am sharing with you. And I've learned not to do them and what to do instead and how to elevate my style. And thus here I am today. So, okay, moving on to the third one. Excuse me. Okay, so the third one, I wrote all of these down. Okay, I guess we're not there yet. Okay. I had to like brain dump and put all of this on paper so that my thoughts were clear, and I just want to make sure I'm hitting every single number. Okay, so the third, I don't have any examples of this, and if you've seen any of my Amazon lives in the past, where you have seen it, or you follow me on Amazon, you've seen, you know, any of my outfit ideas that I share daily, or my style tips or anything like that, you know that I do not wear colors. I only wear neutrals, black, white, and most variations of neutrals. I really try to steer clear of gray anymore, but that's just a recent preference. So I don't have, unfortunately, anything that I can hold up and say this, not that, but colors, ladies. Okay, the first thing, any sort of neon or even faded colors can really make your clothes look cheap. And it's a bummer because, I mean, it's not a bummer, it's fine. But I love black denim, and unfortunately we all know black denim fades like crazy. So I find myself having to replace those pieces because otherwise they just look washed and worn and not high quality, not high class at all. And I am all about elevated style, so I really try to stay on top of that. But neon colors, let's face it, ladies, they really don't look good on anybody. I feel like those beautiful models in the magazines, they're about the only ones who can pull it off. But in addition to that, it really can just make your piece or make your overall outfit look inexpensive. And this kind of ties into the last tip that I'll share as well, but we'll get there when we get there. So what you need to do instead is, first things first, you need to understand your complexion and which colors complement your complexion. So typically you're falling under one of the categories of cool skin tone, warm skin tone, or neutral skin tone. And you can do a quick Google search. This will tell you exactly what colors complement your skin tone. And you need to really try to focus on incorporating pieces, oh my goodness, excuse me, that are those colors. And so that's the first thing. And the second thing that you can do instead is you can never go wrong with neutrals. Neutrals are complementary pretty much across the board to any skin complexion. And not only that, they're easy to mix and match with each other because they literally go, it's just like this whole family of colors that just go so beautifully together and make piecing together outfits and styling outfits very simple for you. Okay, so that is the third tip. And please don't kill me. Please don't come after me if you love neon colors. Again, just throwing this out there. All right, so we also need to talk about the material of the piece themselves. And oh my goodness, I forgot to grab something. Okay, so most ladies, I think, do a good job of staying on top of this, but making sure that your clothes don't have pet hair on them, don't have wrinkles, no lint, no frayed or unraveled pieces. And ladies, again, distressing. And please don't shoot the messenger. I am someone who used to love distressing. It was the only type of denim that I would buy is if it had some sort of distressing in there. But at the end of the day, it can really just make your make your jeans or your shorts or what have you look a little bit on the cheap side. Even if they're the most expensive pair of jeans that you own or have ever come across in your life, it still can really just, it's not a good way to elevate your outfit or your style. We'll just leave it at that. So when it comes to, let me grab something really quick. You ladies are going to love this. Okay, well, I don't have it over here, but when it comes to lint on clothes, this is one of the best things ever. It is this little fabric shaver. And you can see I've used it. See all that lint in there? So this is amazing for getting like those little fuzz balls off your clothes, or any leftover lint after you wash, anything like that. Fabric shaver is a lifesaver, and I did not mean for that to rhyme. Okay, also pet hair and things, and some lint too. A roller brush. If you have like those little sticky tape-like roller brushes, those are great. I was gonna pull one out, but I realized that I don't have it close to me. It's across my office, so I can't show that, but most of you ladies already know that's a good way to just do, I mean, it's a good habit to get into as you're out the door anyways. Just go over your outfit with a roller brush. If you have pets, I have 3 dogs, so I keep one of those things in my office, in my room, and in my car, because I randomly will come across some sort of dog hair on my outfit at some point throughout the day. Okay. So that's an example of that. And I guess, I'm sorry, I should have been holding these up the entire time, but the quality of material, I just want to show you. This is such a good comparison. So I have 2 different shawls, which are so fun, by the way, for fall as we move into the cooler months. This one is from Amazon. This one is not, but they're both the same price, and you can tell a difference in the quality just by getting a close-up look. You can tell this one has a lot of fuzz. It has like a lot of like these little fuzz balls, and honestly it comes off on your clothes underneath it, and it's very annoying. But this one does not. This one is high quality. This one doesn't have any of that. Again, both the same price, so they are examples of high quality, high class does not mean high price tag. Both the same exact price. This one has, look at this right here. You see all that? That is not okay. This one has not held up well. I actually did buy them both last season at the same time, so I've had them for the same amount of time, probably worn them the same amount of times, and they have been washed about the same amount of time. So, good example of quality of material and really just making sure that you are buying and keeping your clothes well maintained so that they don't look cheap. But this one is probably going to be donated here soon. I was pulling out all of my fall layers, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize as I was storing that last year that it has all of these fuzz balls all over it. Okay, so now denim, ladies. We're still talking about the frayed material, things coming unraveled, stitching coming unraveled, and we're touching on distressing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so what to do instead? Most people buy jean shorts. I would say it's fairly common to find denim shorts that have maybe some distressing right here on the leg, and then maybe like a raw hem like this. You can see the fray coming down from it. And what you can do instead to really elevate your outfit and look a little bit more expensive is opt for a short, a denim short like this with a rolled or cuffed hem, or sometimes they're just sewn. So I know you ladies know what I'm talking about. It's not raw, it's not cuffed. There's just that straight sewn hem at the bottom. You can do something like that with no distressing on the shorts. That is an excellent option for really just elevating and your outfit and looking more expensive. Okay, so what to do instead when it comes to jeans? I have these straight leg distressed jeans, and it's so sad because I used to love these, but now I think just as I learn and as I go along, I just realize that these just don't look as high quality or elevated or sophisticated or classy as what I had once thought. So not only do they have the distressing, but they also have the raw hem instead. They're, like I said, straight leg jeans. What you can do instead of buying or opting for distressing on the jeans, and ladies, I do want you to be aware that the distressing on the jeans is, it's ultimately a trend. It's not timeless. It has been around for a while, but it most definitely is something that, even though it's been around, it will go out of style. And then we'll all look back and be like, why did we pay so much for those jeans with holes in them? So just be aware of that. It is most definitely something that is a trend. It is a long-lasting trend, but it is a trend nonetheless, and it is not timeless. Okay, so what you can do instead is opt for some straight leg jeans with this is an example of a sewn hem right here, and no distressing. So not only are these going to hold up better, because I don't know about you ladies, but I have stuck my foot through so many holes in, like, knee holes in jeans, and distressing, it's crazy. At the ankle, it's crazy. So I've probably destroyed a few pair of pants with distressing in it, or contributed to the growing holes. So they are more long lasting in that regard, and they honestly, like, they look better. And again, I apologize if you love distressing. Just give it a try. Just give it a try to not wear distressed denim. It's a little challenge between you and I. Okay, and the last tip of what is making, this is our fifth, what is making your clothes look cheap and what to do instead is, and I've already touched on it just a little bit, and that is following trends rather than investing or buying timeless pieces. I have the perfect example of this. This is a top that I bought, I don't know, maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago. It has the stitching under the cup area, which was definitely something that was trending like last summer, I believe. And it's cropped. And this is relatively close in color. This one's just a little bit darker. But this is just your basic square neck. It's all stretched out. Oh no. It's the downside of these velvet hangers, because they really just like hold your clothes in place how you hang them. It's just a square neck long sleeve shirt. This is something that will never go out of style. I will not look silly wearing this 2 years from now, 12 years from now, 20 years from now. I will look extremely silly wearing this 2 years from now, or 12 years from now, or 20 years from now. So this is a great example of really just how to make sure that your outfits are elevated, you're showing up looking more sophisticated, more high class, high quality, by focusing on incorporating more timeless pieces into your wardrobe rather than trendy pieces. At the end of the day, trends come and go, and usually by the time that your average person like you and I find out about it, the trends are on their way out the door, and we're left with these pieces that we get to wear once, maybe twice. And it was just a total waste of purchasing an item. So and that's also me coming from having tried all the trends and doing all the trendy things, and really shifting my focus on investing in my personal style and what looks good and feels good on me, which I would encourage all of you ladies to do as well. I actually even put together a guide on how to find your personal style, because I'm such an advocate for ladies showing up just dressed amazingly, like to the nine, whatever that means for you, even if it's just a t-shirt and sneakers, but to the nine in an outfit that just makes you feel absolutely incredible, rather than trying to fit into this box of trends and feel awkward in whatever that trend may be and how you're showing up and how you look in that outfit. So I'm more about the timeless and catering to your personal style than trends itself, but it's worth noting that a lot of the times trends can actually really decrease the value of the aesthetic of your outfit. So I hope that you ladies found all of these tips helpful. It was really fun for me to put together this live. I love sharing style tips. I love sharing outfit ideas and things like that, which is basically all that I share here on Amazon. I pretty much have built a wardrobe around Amazon, so I'm all about incorporating those high quality, high class, elevated pieces, and that is what I share with you ladies. And like I said, I will be bringing an Amazon Live. I think it'll be in 2 weeks or maybe next week, where I'm sharing Amazon fashion finds that look expensive. So you ladies, if you are not already following, you will want to make sure that you hit that follow button. And with all of that said and out of the way, thank you so much for being here with me, ladies. I really appreciate your time. I hope that I brought you some good value, and I will see you on